In the world of boxing, where strength, skill, and strategy collide, few moments capture the spirit of the sport quite like a remarkable comeback knockout.
Seems like he wants to. Oh, left hand sends the kid down!
In this epic compilation, we delve into the fights where fighters found themselves on the brink of defeat, only to rise from the ashes and deliver thunderous blows that left their opponents utterly stunned. Stay tuned to the end of the video as we go through boxing's greatest comeback knockouts.
Great shot! I can hardly believe what
Boxers, you both received my instructions in the dress. Let's touch gloves. Yes.
Back in April 2013, Tyson Fury faced Steve Cunningham in a non-title heavyweight fight at Madison Square Garden in New York.
Come on, that ain't nothing. He's definitely a showman, but he's landed some good punches too in this first round, Kevin.
During the second round, Cunningham unleashed a devastating overhand right that caught Fury off guard, causing him to hit the canvas for the first time in his professional career. Despite this setback, Fury showcased his determination and skill, gradually regaining control of the fight, ending it with a thunderous knockout.
Steve's almost done here. Look at this.
Arms are never going and he's down. Tyson Fury in his U.S. debut.
Using that forearm, being physical, pushing Steve off him, landing the punch after him, and Tyson landed that big shot. Moving left to the body.
In January 2021, Ryan Garcia faced Luke Campbell for the vacant
In the brutal world of boxing, where a single punch can change the course of destiny, some stories stand out forever. Moments when a fighter, battered and seemingly broken, reaches deep into a well of courage and produces a knockout for the ages. Comeback knockouts are rare, magical events, showcasing not just power, but an indomitable will to win. One of the most iconic comeback knockouts came from the legendary George Foreman. In 1994, at 45 years old, Foreman faced the undefeated heavyweight champion Michael Moorer. Throughout the fight, Foreman was being outboxed, outpaced, and outclassed. Moorer, younger by nearly 2 decades, used his speed and skills to pile up points, round after round. Yet Foreman, calm and patient, waited for his moment. In the 10th round, that moment arrived. With a short, devastating right hand, Foreman sent Moorer crashing to canvas. Against all odds, Foreman reclaimed the heavyweight crown, becoming the oldest heavyweight champion in history. It wasn't just a knockout, it was a triumph of spirit over time itself. Another unforgettable comeback knockout occurred when Diego Corrales faced off against Jose Luis Castillo in 2005. This fight is etched into boxing folklore for its sheer drama. Corrales had been knocked down twice in the 10th round. His mouthpiece spat out in desperation to buy precious seconds. Castillo was closing in for the kill, the referee contemplating stopping the bout. But out of nowhere, Corrales unleashed a furious barrage of punches, pinning Castillo against the ropes. A right hand landed flush, Castillo staggered, and the referee jumped in one of the greatest turnarounds in boxing history. Corrales, who was moments away from defeat, secured a miraculous knockout win. Arturo Gatti, known as the human highlight reel, also gifted the world with one of boxing's most incredible comeback knockouts. In his 1996 fight against Wilson Rodriguez, Gatti was in serious trouble. His eye was swollen shut, his nose was broken, and Rodriguez was dominating. The referee was close to stopping the fight multiple times. But Gatti, fueled by pure heart and grit, rallied back in the later rounds. In the 6th, he caught Rodriguez with a monstrous left hook, sending him sprawling to the canvas. Gatti's victory was not just a testament to his power, but to his undying fighting spirit. A more recent example is Tyson Fury's stunning recovery against Deontay Wilder in their first fight in 2018. Though not officially a knockout victory, Fury's miraculous rise from a crushing knockdown in the 12th round feels like one of the greatest comebacks ever seen inside a boxing ring. After dominating much of the fight with his superior skills, Fury was floored by a vicious right hand-left hook combination. Many thought he was unconscious.
And the slugfest was on.
The hook blocked by Ruddock has done a nice defensive job. Good combination. But he still paid for it. Oh, he hooked Ruddock with a right uppercut.
Both fighters continued to trade power punches in rounds 3 and 4, but Ruddock took control in round 5, hurting Morrison with several left hooks and keeping him at bay with his jab.
There's a hook by Ruddock, and he may have hooked Morrison. Big
In round 6, Morrison landed a neck-twisting left hook that put Ruddock flat on his back. Despite beating the count, Ruddock found himself in a vulnerable position as Morrison unleashed a flurry of punches before the referee stepped in and stopped the fight.
seconds, and it's a long one. He will not do it. Why? It's over. The end of the round. Ron Lefton says, I have seen it out.
Touch gloves now. Come on, fighting at the belt.
Greg Jackson and Cornelius Whitlock delivered an exceptionally entertaining performance within 3 rounds. During the second round, Jackson got careless, throwing a left uppercut from close range with his head exposed, allowing Whitlock to effectively counter with a solid overhand right. Whitlock did his best to finish Jackson, but the resilient Philly fighter made a remarkable recovery and came back in the following round.
Distance of the shorter man, Whitlock.
And now a right hand reigns in from Jackson as he's on the attack, and he comes back and wins it with a TKO. What a turnaround by Greg Jackson.
Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Good luck to both of you. Touch them up.
In April 2009, Carl Froch fought Jermaine Taylor in the first defense of his WBC super middleweight title.
Nice right hand by Taylor. Oh my. Crotch on the rope.
Taylor jumped out to a big early lead after flooring Froch with a left-right hand combination in the 3rd round.
But somehow, Fury rose like a man possessed, beat the count, and even fought back aggressively until the final bell. The match ended in a controversial draw, but Fury's resurrection became legendary, setting the stage for his future triumphs over Wilder. Speaking of miraculous recoveries, no conversation about comeback knockouts will be complete without mentioning Muhammad Ali's victory over George Foreman in the famous Rumble in the Jungle in 1974. Although Ali wasn't knocked down, he was absorbing tremendous punishment against the fearsome Foreman. Ali's rope-a-dope tactic, allowing Foreman to punch himself into exhaustion, seemed suicidal at times, but Ali had a plan. In the 8th round, with Foreman breathing heavily and his punches losing steam, Ali exploded with a lightning-fast combination. A right hand sent Foreman sprawling to the mat. Against all predictions, Ali had not just survived but conquered, reclaiming his heavyweight crown and etching his name forever into boxing lore. Another jaw-dropping comeback happened when Juan Manuel Marquez faced Manny Pacquiao for the 4th time in 2012. The rivalry was fierce, and Marquez had something to prove. Throughout the early rounds, both fighters exchanged heavy blows. Pacquiao knocked Marquez down and seemed on the verge of another win, but Marquez, bloodied and battered, stayed dangerous. In the 6th round, as Pacquiao lunged forward to finish him, Marquez unleashed a thunderous right hand. Pacquiao was out cold before he even hit the canvas. It was a shocking walk-off knockout, one that ended their epic saga in the most dramatic fashion possible. In the lighter weight classes, the story of Nonito Donaire's comeback against Vic Darcinian deserves mention. Years after their first encounter, where Donaire shocked Darcinian with a knockout, they met again. This time, Darcinian was determined to rewrite history. Throughout the fight, he pressed the action, making it rough and rugged. Donaire was behind on the scorecards and looked sluggish. But then, like a bolt of lightning, Donaire landed a left hook that buckled Darcinian's knees. He followed up with a brutal assault, forcing the referee to stop the bout. It was a spectacular comeback that reminded everyone why Donaire was once called the Filipino Flash. James Buster Douglas' victory over Mike Tyson in 1990 is often celebrated as the greatest upset in boxing history, but also contains one of the sport's most stunning comeback moments. Early in the fight, Douglas was knocked down by a vicious Tyson uppercut. Many thought it was over, yet Douglas rose, showing heart and determination. He rallied, and as the fight wore on, he began to dominate. In the 10th round, he unleashed a furious combination that knocked Tyson out for the first time in his career. Douglas' comeback wasn't just within the fight. It was a comeback against the entire world's expectations. Another classic is the 2001 fight between Lennox Lewis and Hazem Rahman. In their first encounter, Rahman shocked the world by knocking Lewis out. In the rematch, Lewis was under intense pressure. Although Rahman started strong, Lewis demonstrated his championship heart. In the 4th round, Lewis delivered a perfect 1-2 combination, the right hand landing flush on Rahman's chin. Rahman crumpled to the canvas, and Lewis had avenged his earlier defeat in stunning fashion. Mickey Ward's trilogy with Arturo Gatti was filled with comeback moments, but one particular fight stands out. In their first bout in 2002, Ward was
himself being outboxed by Taylor for most of the match. Taylor had a significant lead on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards and was on the verge of capturing the title.
Brilliant stuff from Melvin Taylor.
In the 12th and final round, Chavez unleashed a relentless barrage of punches that badly hurt Taylor. With time running out on the clock, Chavez landed a clean right hand on Taylor's chin, sending him to the canvas. Sensing the urgency, the referee decided to stop the fight, waving it off with just 2 seconds remaining.
Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Richard Steele stopped the fight with fewer than 5 seconds. Just look at this.
This fight was the Ring Magazine's Fight of the Year for 1976, and the 4th round is considered the 6th most exciting round in boxing history. The fight started steadily with Ron hurting Foreman, who was sluggish and easy to hit in the first round. The 4th round, however, was a completely different story. Early in the round, Foreman was stunned by a right hand and hit the canvas. George got up and Lyle moved in for the kill, but it was Foreman who scored with a wild right and then a hook that sent Lyle flat on his back. The battle appeared to be over for a minute, but Lyle beat the count and rushed back in for more. Both power punchers held their ground and continued to trade punches. And soon, Lyle struck back and dropped Foreman on his shoulder with a wild right.
Foreman was staggered by a Lyle left. Foreman goes down. Foreman goes down.
Everyone believed it was over, but the bell saved the fallen Foreman. In the 5th round, Foreman, determined to make a statement in his first fight after losing to Muhammad Ali, relentlessly pushed Lyle against the ropes, unleashing a barrage of powerful punches that ultimately brought the fight to a close.
What an incredible fight. Just punching away. Each fighter in turn leaving himself open. Lyle's got to come back with Lyle down to the canvas. A knockout in the 5th round by George Foreman.
Thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting fighting action.